Hello, Neil Murphy and the Dynamic Man podcast. Today, we're going to talk about breakups because breakups, man, they do suck. Whatever way you look at it, whatever way you dice it up. Breakups are quite hard. They kick us. They give us a kicking. They kick us when we're down. It's a right old beating. No matter what way you look at it. Because look, maybe we've seen the writing on the wall. Maybe it's a relief, but at the same time, we've invested time, energy, money, ourselves into a relationship with someone else, and it just hasn't worked out. And look, breakups, the last breakup I was involved in, my ex, I would say, sabotaged a friendship, temporarily sabotaged a friendship I had with the people I was closest to at the time. She got to them before I was able to tell them what happened. And she put her spin on things, and obviously she was very emotional, and it struck a chord with my friends, and my friends they were temporarily incapacitated when it came to my emotional support. Now, where did that leave me? Absolutely alone. Trying to figure it out all on my own. Isolated, disconnected, discombobulated, and in a deep, dark funk. Now, that is not the way to deal with a breakup. It's not. It's okay to ask for help. Now, in my case, I was lucky enough to have a coach, a relationship coach, and without even, I hadn't heard from her for maybe 4 or 5 months because, we had done some good work together, and out of the blue she called me just after this breakup. Now, she threw me a lifeline. She threw me a couple of lifelines and checked in with me every now and then. And I have to say, that support really, really was able to anchor me and pull me back from the abyss. Now, I know the burning thing to do in a breakup is disappear from your surroundings, your environment, because you don't want to answer any questions. You don't want to really get involved with some talk about why it happened and all that. You just want to get away from it as fast as you can, deal with the pain, deal with the darkness, and move on. But again, there's a certain element to all of that. That's okay. You have to reflect on where things went right, where things went wrong. Just like that song. How does it go? You don't know what you have. You don't know what you've got until it's gone. But there's a flip side to that, in that you don't know what you don't have until that relationship is gone. Now, what does that mean? That's deep. It really is, because if the relationship was working and it was healthy, this breakup wouldn't have happened. So What do I mean you don't know what you don't have? Well, maybe the partner that you were with wasn't the right partner for you, but you ignored some warning signs, you ignored your boundaries, you ignored, you know, maybe an orange flag here, bit of a flag with a red tinge in it, and you just felt it was right. You got lucky, so you jumped into a relationship with the wrong person. Now this breakup is screaming at you with pain to show you what you didn't have going into that relationship. And what is that? You got to think about that. What are you not bringing into a relationship that is harming you and the other person in the long run? This takes reflection, and it takes talking to the right person. Just like I had that coach. She was able to guide me, absolutely guide me through the darkness, because it was dark. All I remember is just pure darkness, misery. And then there's all the triggers. Maybe you laughed at some comedian. Now you can't laugh at, you laughed at some comedian together, and now you can't laugh at him anymore. Or, you see McDonald's and you think of that Big Mac you share with someone in Morocco. Why are you in McDonald's in Morocco? It doesn't matter. You still have that memory. It could be as simple as some stupid commercial comes on TV. And you used to laugh at that together. Or you thought it was the weirdest commercial ever. Whatever. There's all these little triggers. Facebook throws up memories from 10, 15 years ago. So how are you going to avoid that? And that's not even considering the digital hoarding, the videos, the photos scattered all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, maybe even, you just don't, you're never going to get away from it. It's always going to be there. Something is going to trigger it. So you got to figure it out. And the best way to do it is with someone who's going to ask you some hard questions that'll make your life a whole lot easier down the road. Would you be violently opposed to someone asking you the questions that would make your romantic life so much better, so much more dynamic, so much more congruent, cohesive, smooth, suave, sophisticated? With someone that you can form a complete vision for the future that you want to build together. You don't have to do it on your own anymore. You don't have to fight every step of the way to try and get through to someone that just doesn't have share the same values, share the same vision for life. No, man. It's time for some hard questions. And look, I've been asked those questions. I've answered those questions. And believe me, it makes life so much easier. So much easier. So, if you're not violently opposed to being asked some hard questions, give me a call, book an energizer call, and let's have a chat. Let's get talking. Because there's more to all of this. There is really so much more. Breakup recoveries are not something that you want to do alone. It takes up too much time. It really does. It's a grieving process, that's for sure. You've lost something. You've lost something that meant something to you. But you have to decide You have to accept and understand, okay, this is the best that two people have been doing so far, but you can do better. You can do better. Is that breakup going to be a bitter lemon for you? Or are you going to turn it into sweet honey? Think about that. Are you going to suck on a lemon thinking about that girl, that partner, whatever, whoever, for the rest of your days? Poisoning yourself? Turning everything you taste into bitter lemon? Or do you want to have a really, really good reflection? Self-reflection. Think about the good parts, the healthy parts of that relationship, and how you can build on that in your next one and create an even more powerful connection. Because you've got to be able to see the healthy parts of the relationship you've just left. And that takes some courage, because in the darkness, man, it's hard to find the light. Well, it's easy to find the light when the light is shining, but how do you get that light to shine? Where is the switch? It's in here. When you're asked the right questions, when you got the right guidance, when you got the right person by your side helping you through the hardest times. Because you recognize the good that you've done. There's a healthy side to the relationships that's worth remembering, beyond the pain. And that's the sweet honey. And sweet honey, yeah, that triumphs over bitter lemon anytime, every time. So, get into your head, find the right guidance, ask the right questions, find the right answers, see what you're doing well, fine tune what you're not, so that in your next relationship, the package is even smaller and you're conscious of it because you're doing the work to make your life easier. The hard work. Well, is it really work when it's easing pain? These hard questions are the painkiller that you need. And I've got some hard questions that are going to kill your pain dead in its tracks. All you have to do is book an energizer call and get on a chat with me. And I'm going to help you find the peace of mind that you just don't believe you can find right now. It's in your own head. You just got to believe that you are better, so much better than that last relationship. You know, things don't work out, but you have to learn the lessons. You have to do the fine tuning, upgrade here, downgrade there, you know, build on the good things, smooth out the bad things, if you can call them bad. But let's just say they're not as good as they should be yet. So get on an energizer call and let's have a chat today, because your breakup is actually a really, really powerful moment in your life when you look at it in the right way, when you're asked the right questions. So, if this resonates with you, like and subscribe, and let's continue building a powerful community of men in our 40s and 50s to feel re-energized, reinvigorated, and revitalized when it comes to love, romance, and finding a partner that really gets us. That's what this is all about. Showing up, sharing, believing and getting on it together, because we're all in this together and we've got so much to give. And there's women out there better than you can ever imagine, waiting for men like us to show up. Real men. Men that aren't afraid of darkness, of pain, of overcoming challenges, obstacles, our biggest fears, the final frontier, our conscious mind, our unconscious mind. Let's find full alignment for you so that you can step it up, power yourself into another league where now you're meeting women, partners that are in your league. What's more, you're in their league. So let's get on it. Book an energizer call right away. Let's have a chat. Okay, guys, stay high.